So meanwhile, while I'm coming back from the Smoky Mountains trip, Enrique's been working on this. Instead of leaving the drawers bare, he ended up putting a little bit of a carpet. So he's looking to surprise me so when I get back. But these are the kind of things that I was referring to that he's thinking of that I forgot to say, hey, I want it this way or what have you. So, but meanwhile, let's check on myself. This is what 3 hours of sleep looks like in 2 days. And needed a haircut, needed a shave. We were gonna go check out the van and see how it's doing. We just came back from the Smokies trip. We're hoping the van here will be done in the next couple of weeks. And then after that, I actually need to get the mattresses going. All right, we're rolling up on the van. Should be right around that corner. Right there. There's the van. There's the van. There's Enrique's truck. There's the van. There it is. He's working on it. That's Enrique's truck. That's a nice rig right there. You should see all the stuff. We got to come back and talk about his truck. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. How you doing? Trip was good? Look at this thing. Man, that looks good. Now look at it when it's all white now. Everything pops out.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, look at this.
All the neighbors have been coming.
Look at
Especially
this.
that one from the RV. He just came over here.
Ah. I already even had somebody's like, hey, I showed pictures like, you want to sell it? I'm like, no. Look at this. This actually came out really good. This is actually good because things are not going to slide as... Oh, look at this.
Tiny.
Man.
Yeah.
Man.
Flowers.
I got to tell him about the surprise for here. I got a little LED strip with a little same thing remote. I'm going to hook it down there and then I'm just going to put it right on top there and that'll shine up. So. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
You can touch it.
I like that. Man, I like that. That came out good. That came out really good. Man, I love this.
And you already have shower?
Look at this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Shower.
There we go.
I don't know if you want to test it over there.
He's gonna try to spray me probably right there. That's actually got a pretty good. That's got a pretty good throw there. A little pressure. Let's go take a look at this.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we already have lights over here.
Look at that. That comes
Now
out
it's
good.
pretty much empty, but yeah, we should feel it. We should feel it.
So the button right there. Let's see. The button all the way to the right is the water pump. The second from the right is the LED strips. Okay.
Then we have here for the 12 volts.
Yep.
And you have free this one.
Okay, and then we've got the lights there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You have lights. So now you have here the T's with the connection and the valve, so you can close.
Okay.
Either way.
Yep. So that basically, if for some reason something happens,
exactly, you can close.
You can bypass either line.
And also you have another T over here that you can. I don't know if I can open. That you can. Exactly. You have T over here that you can close, and then you have another valve over here that you can close each if it is. Obviously, we don't have hot water.
Yep. So it's got like a little flooring.
Yeah.
Hi, look at this thing. This thing is awesome, huh? I was showing the video. I told them I was up in the mountains and somebody already like, "Are you selling that?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
Oh.
Isn't it cool?
It is. I'm so excited. Looks so good. Look at that light. Man.
Oh, yeah.
So right now looking at different trims to take care of the edging and the same thing up there. So we're thinking about doing this for the edging.
Exactly.
Right there. And then there it's a little too much, so trying to find something that's narrower. The same thing for there. That to do next.
Yeah,
Look at this.
Caps and those caps.
Yep, the end caps there. Alright, so we're returning the rental van that we took to Smoky Mountains. Actually, it was a great van. We got about 25, 27 miles a gallon, and that was with a lot of gear. The entire back was full of gear, as you probably saw in the last video. So anyways, and just remember, I'm doing a walk around here just to make sure that there is no damage or anything before I turn it in, just in case something happens overnight at the drop-off location. And of course, show that we filled it up with gas.
Okay, drop.
You may remember my son Julian. He plays hockey. He's the kid right there, number 10, with the light blue helmet there. And 6'1", 15-year-old kid. Can you imagine that? So it was fun. Got to go watch him and play a little bit and then get back to the build. So instead of having two separate cabinets, we're going to make one cabinet. We're going to cut the middle out. This way it's just one big opening. We're just days away. And he just finished up the cabinet. In fact, actually, let's turn some lights on here. There we go. Oh, we have some lights. So as you see here, this is the cabinet. We decided to do one entire hole. He originally did it in the middle, but I started thinking, I'm like, well, what if I want to put something longer here? So we ended up cutting that and just making one long cabinet. I love this, just one piece, and we're gonna still do the same thing with like one of these type handles, and we're gonna put that right there. And the same thing to the slide out table. It's getting there. So the other thing that he did, notice the trim that separates the cabin there. So we're gonna put a little trim right there at the very bottom. It's just a 90 degrees, so we're just gonna put that right along the very bottom to just kind of give it a nice little end. You know, it's worth the wait. At first it was just going to be like, oh, let's just get it in, and he's been giving it his little detail as you've been watching in the videos. Enrique, what do you think, man?
And I love it. I wanna try to buy now the van.
He said his neighbor keeps coming over here asking about the van
every time,
you know, so but I have a feeling, you know, part of me and my wife's like, do you plan to sell this as well, like everything else? I don't know, you know, it's different when you, even though he's done the work, you know, and I obviously got to do some things here and there, as you saw in the video. Like I would bring it home like one morning and I'd work on it until 2 or 3 in the morning, and then drove it back here. So it feels like a sense of like, oh, you
feel proud, you know?
Yeah, there you go.
You feel proud, like
him, what he said.
Yeah.
But no, it's and then you remember the video where I wasn't quite sure. Now I'm actually very glad that we ended up going with the with that. Just the butcher block is nice, but everybody's got the exact same thing. This is a little different, and I think what really helped out is the fact that the splash, if you notice that back there. And speaking of backsplash, wow, so it's there you go. So I also have one for back here. So I have two options back here. I actually have a magnet that goes here, and then you put it on there and you can angle it back and forth, and you can take that light and move it around. So that's what I'm thinking about, putting it right there. It's got a little magnet mount, and you put it there and you can angle it down. So if you want to read or something, and that's rechargeable battery, so you can actually put it wherever you want. And here's the thing is, I don't want to completely do everything, because what happens is when you start going to use it is when you go, oh, I wish I would have done this here, this there, and
exactly.
So
yeah, you're right.
But yeah, no. And again, Enrique with Overland Truck, correct?
Yeah, Overland Truck.
At Overland Truck on Instagram. So yeah, you guys got to start blowing up his Instagram and tell him, hey, when am I going to do mine? But remember, you know, take your time. You know, I'm trying to tell him, hey, listen, you got to do this full time. You know, this took some time, but again, it was worth it.
I will.
And as we finish this video, he's just making some last minute details, and then it's going to come home with me, and then after that we're going to do just a few more things to it. Then I'll do a full tour. If you want to get an alert, please subscribe. Again, I do this and try different things so that you can learn from it, learn from my mistakes, and also just to get ideas. I wanted to do something different, hence like the countertop and a couple other things. So I left some things out of all these videos just to kind of surprise you guys, because I don't want to just rehash everything. So on my last video of this build before the adventures, it's going to have a lot more details. So that being said, please hit the bell, subscribe, and I really appreciate those that have already done so.